Hi everyone, this is my 59th Talk to Me Tuesday. It is Tuesday, December 18th, 2012. And earlier this month, I was trying to think of a challenge that I could start. And so I started thinking about, some of the stuff that I could do. And I like to try to help out different causes and stuff like that. And of course, I have some that are, really close to my heart and stuff. So I thought, maybe a great way to spread the news of, maybe small nonprofits or, bigger nonprofits. So I thought of once a month, people could either, they could make something for a nonprofit, or if they get really busy and they don't have the time that month, they could donate money or donate supplies, and then that way I thought also those who don't craft, they could also maybe participate, either donating money or maybe supplies or something like that, because I didn't want it just to be just for crafters. I wanted everyone to be able to participate. And then I thought of in some places maybe there isn't really a whole lot of charities, but maybe the people want to help out. So then I thought of and I haven't corrected this on my blog yet, but I'm going to make it also, if there's a friend in need or something and you want to help them out, you can do that, so it doesn't have to necessarily be a charity, but maybe preferably, because in that way maybe there's someone in your area that would like to help that charity out, but they just don't know it exists. And then like the 15th of every month you could make a little entry on your blog and put what you did, or if you made something. And so you can just go to my blog, and it's my name of my blog is craftsforothers.blogspot.com, and I think it's like the last third or fourth entry. But if you put in make a difference challenge, it should come up, and it's got a little Mr. Linky thing, so you can sign up or whatever. But it won't start until next month, of course. But if anyone wants to join me, you're more than welcome. So the only other thing that I really have is, lately I've been thinking about wanting to make some of my own clothes, specifically just for the fact that I like some of their styles from previously, and I don't always, I'm pretty picky sometimes on my clothes, and so some of the stores here, they don't have some of the fabric I like, and let's face it, sometimes it's really expensive. Not that fabric is cheap, but if you can get fabric at $5-6 a yard, and you can make a skirt in maybe I don't know, a few hours, it's probably going to be a lot more, or somewhat cheaper, at least in the area I live in, than going to the store and buying it. So what I did is, for Christmas, one of my gifts was I got several classes from Craftsy. So I'm going to be taking some sewing classes, so I'm pretty excited about that, and maybe hopefully sometime in the future I might be able to make a historical costume. That's like my #1 goal, but start small, right? So but I couldn't resist getting a few of my own patterns online. So I got these patterns, and some of these I know will be quite a ways maybe down the road. So I got this. Now both of these dresses, this one I would probably make a little bit longer, maybe a little bit, I don't know, it depends on how it looks. And then this one I would get rid of the little ruffle thing and make it maybe a little bit shorter. But I thought they were cute. Then I have this. And one of the classes I took was for A-line skirt, and then the other one was like the retro 50s, 60s kind of dresses. I like this. And then I like these two. And then I really like aprons, especially I think they called it the pinafore from the 30s or 40s, like the cute long. It reminds me of this one. Anyways, I got that. So, and I know some of those obviously I won't be able to do right away. I'm going to start with the basics sewing class and craftsy, and then do the little skirt, and then go from there. But while I was at Joann's the other day, I saw that they had this really cool book all about fashion, the history of it, from like the late or early 1800s to currently, and it's both men and women for the history. So it's pretty interesting. The only thing that I was a little upset about is that it doesn't have patterns with it. I thought that was kind of a shame, and it's pretty expensive. So I got a coupon and I saved $4 on it. So the only other thing that I have to show is I'm going to import some pictures here at the end here, and the navy blue with the little flowers fabric I'm going to make into a dress. The fabric that has the green and the pink, I'm going to put that into a skirt, and then the other fabric that's got the green and blue flowers with the white background, depending on how much yardage I have that and what pattern I go with, I'll either make that into a skirt or a dress. And then I have a picture of the grandmother's flower garden that I made, that I completed for the 2014 raffle quilt. And so that's all I have. I hope that everyone's doing good and everyone has a great Christmas. I might or might not make a video next week, I'm not sure. I know probably, a whole bunch of people probably won't. But yeah, so that's all I have, and hopefully, I don't know, I keep on trying with my other computer and it just doesn't want to operate. But that's all I have. Take care, everyone.